The journey to becoming a professional pool player continues, and of course, the quest to becoming one of the most complete pool player in my country also continues progressing. And the more and more I play this game of 9 ball, is the more and more I find that a lot of the professional situations keep coming up, and I keep delivering because I'm finally at the level where I can apply my theory to practical. Over the years, I've always been seen as a very theoretical type of player. I've always known the theoretical part of the game, but then when it comes to application, I was never ever consistent. I will do it, I will kick a ball, I will jump a ball, I will play a good position, but it wasn't very consistent. And so I find myself over the past month or so really dialing down, really making a connection, a synchronicity between the application of the game and the practical application of the game and the theoretical part of the game. So definitely been seeing some growth in my game in all departments: the safety, the kick, the bank, the jump, and especially the position play here. So of course in this rack I'm going to be walking you through yet again another 9-ball rack where I demonstrate the principles of the game and how they are applied when you're playing against the better version of yourself here. So you can see a nice beautiful break there. Cue ball having some sort of control, didn't get any kick, went to the side rail, got fairly good spread. Couple of object balls are a little bit close. Definitely, did I get a ball down? I didn't get a ball down. I still have a look here at the 1 ball though, and I'm off to a really tricky start here because the 2 ball is behind a couple of balls and there is not much window for me to get position back onto the 2. There is in fact 3 windows. There's a window right there for the straight in pot. There's a window for the rail first, and there's also a window for the kick safe. So I'm gonna be taking a gamble here on this one, and I really like the way how I pot this one. This particular shot here is a shot that has plagued me for years, where I often tend to overcut the shot. But on this execution here, it was beautifully potted here, dead center into the pocket. Cue ball having a beautiful amount of control. Now that was a big gamble because notice the cut on the one into the center pocket, coming over right there as it touches the rail, it passes the window for the clear pot, then it floats into position for either the kick safe or the rail first, and I got I believe I got more of the rail first here because the 7 now blocks the potential kick safe. So this is pretty good here. Really good start, strong start to this rack. A lot of players, especially amateur level players, they get very emotional when they don't get straight in or they don't get on the object ball that they want precisely. But you have to be very creative when you're within the game, when you're in the actual game, because in hindsight you're not going to get a break and run every time here. Now here you'll see where I try to jack up a little bit to try to spin it off the rail and go behind the 8. Now I did in fact predicted that I might make contact with the 8, but I was hoping to escape and I didn't. So now I'm out of position. Now for this part here, guys, this is what I really have been working on. I've been working on a lot of things in my game, but I've been working more on trying to look at the defensive shot with the same enthusiasm as I look at an offensive shot or a break and run, or I see a layout that I know I can run out. Now here I'm just gonna overcut the 3 with a bit of side spin, just a bit here, and I'm gonna float. And if you notice what I did there, I did 2 things in that shot. I try to get distance on the object ball, and I try to bring the object ball on the short rail, because I know that there wasn't any way that I could possibly hook the opponent behind the 8. I just know that I had to leave my opponent really, really tough here. And this, after an unfortunate kiss into the 8, this is not a bad shot at all. So definitely good result there from that safety. My opponent can see the ball, but they're gonna have to come up with something really special here. Now, as I mentioned in the introduction of the video, that since I made the decision to become a pro and to chase becoming the most complete pool player in my country, a lot of these situations have been coming up here. For example, I've been working assiduously on this 2-rail thin safe, and it's a video that's coming out on my channel. Please ensure that, guys, you are subscribed to the channel. You're gonna see that video and how exactly you can precisely get the cue ball where it is that it went here. Now notice how beautiful the control on the cue ball was, and it went exactly. Here's an overlay replay of that, where I intended that the cue ball was supposed to come towards the middle of the first diamond and the pocket, and notice how it just naturally floats here, because I'm not using feel, guys. I am using a system. I'm using geometry. I'm using the natural cue balls part. And you have to understand that when the professionals are playing, they are very deliberate with where they want the cue ball to travel, and they're very deliberate with where on the object ball they're hitting to get the cue ball within that zone there. So that was a beautiful return safety there. Feeling very good. I like when I'm playing like this, because I'm thinking outside of the box. Now, tough kick here. Really and truly, to make contact with the ball, if you have been following my kicking systems on my channel, kicking at this ball is not the challenge. What I've been working on also as well in my kick game is starting to kick with intent, meaning that I wanted to kick and resave my opponent. You've seen where the pros have done this here. Now notice here that I went around and I aimed towards the back of the 3, because I know that on my table, on most tables sometimes, if you don't use enough side spin, when it comes off the second rail, it tends to go a little bit long. So the potentiality lies where my intent is to kick at the object ball 2 rails, but it instead kicked 3 rails. Now I truly believe, after playing this shot and editing the video, I believe that the 3-rail was in fact the better option there, but that was accidental, guys, and you can see that, of course, because it was not my intent, I basically sold out. But I didn't give up ball in hand, which is good, because I'm gonna have to put my opponent on the ropes. They're gonna have to run out. They're going to have to show me their skill set. And if you're not a very strong and consistent player, even with a layout like this, you can mess it up here. But that was a good escape, good safety, good escape. But now it's time to run the rack out, because this is the opening that you've been looking for here. Beautiful pot there on the 3, coming 2 cushions back out to the middle of the table. I really do find myself over the past couple of weeks, guys, that I've been very consistent with the precise hit on the object ball. I've been putting more balls into the pocket, into the center of the pocket, more often, more consistently, and I've definitely been stroking better. I've been reading the game a lot better. That was a nice control drag shot there, just playing the shot with a little bit of authority and still maintaining control on the cue ball here. So that's important for me here. Now the rack is laying really, really nice. Still a tricky position, because I have to get back here on the 6. So let's see here. Cut it into the side, come back out to the middle of the table. Wanted to get a little bit closer. The angle is a bit steep, so it's gonna make getting back on the 6 tricky, because if I had a more shallow angle, I could just stun draw and hold position right in the same zone here for the 7. But now, tricky part, because now I have to negotiate now, because the angle is a little thin. It's trekking close to 45 degrees, probably about 40 degrees here. You can see that I'm a little bit concerned, because I know that the cue ball is going to go high above the 7 if I use tops. Now I have to use just a hair of stun draw, and I have to take a gamble. I have to try to go into the 8. I instead went into the 7, and that was a huge gamble because I could have hit the 7 ball in many different ways and left myself with no shot or with a tricky pot. But it did work out here. Really nice. I am able to pot the 7 and float towards the middle of the table for position on the 8 here. And this is really, really, really nice, guys, here. So as I'm coming to the end of the video, guys, I do hope that you are enjoying the knowledge that I've been spitting out, and you're getting the full course, you're getting the full application course. A lot of the things that I do in this rack, guys, I will be doing a video for those, the 2 rail safety, the position play that I pulled off, the pattern, just everything, guys, will be coming out on the channel. So please ensure that you've hit the subscribe button below, and of course, if you are finding any sort of value from my content, do not forget to leave a like and leave your opinion and thoughts in the comment section below. Until then, any video that is linked that was mentioned in this video will be pinned in the description. So take care, and I'll see you in the next tutorial where we continue to practice with precision, accuracy, consistency, and control. Until next time, take care. Bye bye.